जय श्री कृष्णा दोस्तों। आज मेरे साथ ध्रुव की डीन है और वो इनको ईयर 9 आई थिंक मैम यू आर विद हियर। सो ईयर 9 स्कूलिंग में से मैम आज तक हमारे साथ जो है हमारी फैमिली फ्रेंड भी हैं। अप्रिशिएट करती हूँ इनको। और ये आज हमारे साथ हमारे घर आए हुए हैं तो आपको ये मौरी कल्चर के बारे में बताएंगे। और अगर कुछ और आपको स्कूलिंग या कुछ भी न्यूजीलैंड के बारे में जानना है तो आपको बताएंगे। चलिए मैं मैम से पूछती हूँ। Ma'am, could you please tell us about something about you first? What's your profession and like?
Okay, yeah. All right. Kia ora, viewers. Okay, that's Māori for hello. So I am a New Zealand born, and my mother is an Indigenous person of this country, which we call the Tangata Whenua, and so she's Māori, and I belong to the Ngāti Kahi Nunu iwi, which so all people who are Māori, Indigenous people of this land, they all belong to an iwi. So when the Māori first came to New Zealand, they settled in different parts, and depending on what part of New Zealand your family settled in gives you the name of the iwi in which you belong to, and you can't change iwi, you always belong to that same iwi. And yeah, so that's a little bit about myself. And so I grew up in a small town of Picton, which is at the top of the South Island. And then I went, after I finished school, I went to training college and I trained to be a teacher. And basically I've stuck with that profession apart from taking time off to have my family. So I moved down to Christchurch in 2014 and started teaching at Hornby High School, and that's a couple of years later became a dean, and that's when I met Anita and Dhruv and their family.
Thank you so much about that, ma'am. So my viewers would like to know about your Maori culture actually.
Okay.
So what's the difference between just like Kiwi culture and Maori culture?
There's a lot. So So there's two official languages, or there's three official languages actually in New Zealand. So one is Māori, Te Reo Māori, which is the native language, and then there's English, and of course there's sign language as well.
Yes, I heard about that. It's your official language, ma'am. Sign language, right?
Yeah. In New Zealand, not that we all learn it, of course.
Yes.
So so there's quite a. So the Crown, which is the government, went into partnership in 1840 with the Tangata Whenua, the Māori people, the natives of the land, so that they could have a fairer society. Of course, it hasn't worked out as planned, and so there's still a lot of conflict and disputes going through the courts for Māori to reclaim their land and things like that. So one of the basic differences, I think, between the two cultures, my father's a Pākehā, which is of European descent. He's from Scottish family. One of the main differences, I think, is Māori is more a collective, so it's what's good for the group. So people didn't own, back in the day, individual land. It was just the whole iwi owned the land.
Oh, just like in Chatham Island, I've been over there. And all the people they are just like a specific kind of different culture. Like?
Oh, so okay, there's lots of Māori in the Chatham Islands.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's more a collective like that. And it's one of the big differences. The other big differences, so at the moment it's a really important time in New Zealand because we're going to start Matariki. So Matariki is the Māori New Year, and it depends on the moon, the phase moon. Oh. And so between the 2nd and the 6th of July, so the stars. So it's the same as what people call the Pleiades. What do you see it in India?
In India also we do have just like a moon phase and that kind of Purnima.
So there are 9 stars for Matariki, and one of the stars is called Matariki, and it is a time for family, it's a time for renewal, it's a time to plant certain things, and it's also a time that Māori believe, so there's one star, Pahutakawa, it's called Pahutakawa, and that is the time that Māori believe that anyone who has died this year, that is the time that Pahutakawa will come and take all the souls from this year's deaths and take them to the heavens.
Oh, so it's kind of a traditional kind of thing, means belief and like that. Spiritual kind of.
Yeah, so it's a very auspicious and special time in the Māori calendar, and so this is how important it is. So from 2022, the government is making it an official public holiday.
Oh, on this day. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
For Matariki, yeah. So it will change kind of every year because it depends on the moon phases and things like that. Yeah. So so people are getting ready for the Matariki celebrations.
Oh, that's really glad to know about that. I don't know.
Yeah. You'll see lots of things around about Matariki, and there's lots on YouTube about Matariki.
Yeah.
So in Japan, they call it Subaru.
Oh,
like the car, Subaru, whatever it is, Subaru.
Subaru, yeah.
So it's the stars. So, and in the Greek, they call it the Pleiades, the seven sisters or something. But for Māori, there are 9 stars, and they just come up in the horizon at a certain time of the year, and you have to look out for them.
Okay, that's glad to know, ma'am.
Yeah. You probably have the same thing in India, but you would call it a different name.
Yeah, we call it different name. Yeah, that's true.
With the different names of the stars. Yeah.
All right, दोस्तों, तो आपने देखा कि अभी जो है इन्होंने अपने हम लोग जैसे अपने स्टार्स को डिफरेंट नेम देते हैं, इनका भी ये जो ईयर आ रहा है नेक्स्ट ईयर. Sorry, this year, which date of July, ma'am? 2nd of July?
Between the 2nd and the 5th. So it goes for like a month, but that's the time when you'll actually see the stars. Right. You have to get up very early in the morning, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it goes out bright and white. You have to watch the,
Okay, maybe I'll just flick me a message. I would like to see that.
Oh, yeah, you got to know what you're looking for. Go online.
Go online. Yeah, that's true. तो जैसे हम लोग अपने यहाँ हमारे भी स्टार्स के ऊपर जैसे अपनी पूर्णिमा वगैरह होती है या जो भी अपने फेस्टिव्स होते हैं, तो इनके यहाँ भी एक आ रहा है नेक्स्ट मंथ, और ये उनको कह रहे हैं कि उस समय जो भी पीपल मीन्स एक्सपायर होते हैं तो वो सीधा डायरेक्ट हेवन को जाते हैं. तो मिलता जुलता कल्चर है मुझे लगता है सभी जगह. हम लोगों का भी अपना बिलीफ सिस्टम है, ट्रेडिशन है, तो इनका भी वैसे ही है. और मैम ने बताया अपने बारे में कैसे इनका कहाँ बोर्न और ब्रॉटअप हुए. तो और कुछ अगर आपको जानना हो तो आप बताना मुझे कमेंट करके, और मैम विल हेल्प. आई जस्ट आस्किंग हिम इफ दे डू वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट सम, बिकॉज सो मे बी दे विल आस्क. And they will come and
get back here.
So that will be great.
So Matariki starts from the story of creation for Māori.
Right.
So before there was just darkness, and then Ranginui, who is who we call the Sky Father, and Papatuanuku, the Earth Mother, they were just together and joined, and then their children wanted to part them, so they pushed them apart, and then that created light, the first day kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's how we believe in the creation, originally the creation story. Yeah. And then so they had many children, but Tawhiri Mātia, who we now call like the god of the wind, he was so angry with them parting the parents that he ripped out his eyes and threw them into the sky, and that's what Matariki. So Matariki has a big name it's called like the eyes of Tawhiri Mātia.
Oh, so that's the story.
That's really, so we call them, they are called narratives. Sometimes they used to call them myths and legends, but they're not. So all Māori have lots of stories about basically every mountain, every river, every place in New Zealand has a story that goes with it, depending on what the iwi is. So where we are now, it's Ngāi Tahu, and so they have their stories about like Mount Cook, Aoraki. There's stories to do with that. Yeah, every iwi has stories about Māori are very attached to the land.
Yes,
the land,
I know about that. I heard about that.
So we have lots of narratives to go with basically everything that goes on. But with when the European came, of course they brought religion with them, Christianity, and just sort of changed everything forever.
And your one is specific, your some national anthem and your Māori national anthem. That's
well, it's always been in English, and then someone's translated into Māori. So it's only been there's only been a Māori one for not that long. Maybe.
One is your I think I had a look on YouTube or like that. That's really dancing and that kind of. specific, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's part of the culture that's been around for forever, kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, that's what we call kapahaka.
Yeah, kapahaka. I'm talking about that.
Yeah. We have kapahaka. Yeah. So at school on Friday, we had a really huge. Maybe 1,000 people came to school because we had the Manu Kōrero, which is the Māori speech competition. So it allows Māori students to practice their speech skills.
And it's a subject in your school as well, Māori language, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. We offer Māori as a language, te reo Māori. Yeah. So we have that, and the competition. So it's for all schools in Christchurch that entered. Well, most schools in Christchurch that entered into the speech competitions, and the young people came, and you can be either in the senior section or the junior section, and they have to I think in Māori it's 12 minutes, you give a 12-minute speech. Yeah, it was a really good day. It was very tiring, but so we have a few events.
Coming on this month or next month on school, or
no, on Friday. It was just last Friday.
Last
Friday. Yeah, it was. We just had it. Yeah, it was huge. The school closed down, like there were no students at school, just all the speech competition people. That's for the region, and then they'll go on to the national speech competition.
Right. तो दोस्तों देखिए, आज हम लकी इनफ रहे, मैम हमारे साथ है, तो इन्होंने प्रॉपरली आप लोगों को मौरी कल्चर के बारे में बताया और ट्रेडिशन के बारे में बताया. और अब हमारी वीडियो ज़्यादा लंबी हो जाएगी, तो आई थिंक दैट्स इनफ. आई थॉट इट्स मे बी नेक्स्ट टाइम वी कैन choose another content about whenever you get time, ma'am.
Oh yeah, whatever. See what your viewers want to know. I'll tell them anything.
Yes, ma'am, please. So next time मैम को मैं invite करती हूँ, और फिर हम लोग जो है, क्योंकि मैम born brought up यही हुए हैं, तो properly जो है, because I don't want to convert in just like, it's quite hard. Suppose you live in India and you try to explain our culture, so maybe you won't able to explain properly. So that's the reason I just tell the people from your perspective rather than mine one. So that's the reason. Means the originality should be in an original way. That's the main reason I want to explain.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. So I would like to say thank you to ma'am. Thank you very much.
Anita's a fantastic cook, by the way. And her husband.
My goodness.
They always give me too many treats.
My God, but not today, ma'am.
No, not today. Ma'am's got to get sagoma.
You just had a green tea today.
Yeah, that's enough. That's all I need.
Okay. Yeah. So now thank you for watching, and we will see you on next video with ma'am. Alright, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, you're most welcome. Okay, ka kite anō, that means goodbye, Māori.
Oh, you know, ये देखिए मैम ने आपको जो है Māori language में goodbye बोला है, और maybe next time we will learn some slang word, ma'am, maybe from your side.
Some what?
Your New Zealand slang word.
Oh yeah. They'll never understand it.
Oh yes.
They'll be thinking I'm speaking a foreign language.
All right, दोस्तों, जय श्री कृष्णा, and thank you for watching.